What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Flippin' Bass. Alright, I know it's been a while since I posted a video, so here's what's been going down. I done the episode 1 of trying to find big bass in the lake here, my local lake in the neighborhood. Didn't go so well. I was planning on, I done it in parts. I was going to do a part 1, 2, and 3. I was on vacation, doing some fishing while I was on vacation. And basically this is what happened. So I go out one day, done okay, recorded it, edited it, and got it up. The next day I go out, recorded some video, and I never downloaded it to edit it, and I still had it on the phone basically that I used to record with, which I was using a different phone from my regular phone, which I got up now. And basically what happened is my dad actually decided he wanted to go fishing, so I was off, so we were going to take out the big boat. So we went out to Sheldon Lake, or Sheldon Reservoir, on the big boat. Took my camera gear with me, took my GoPro, took my recording device, had a terrible day fishing. We caught one bass. It was about this long, all day long. Caught it on a spook bait out in the middle underneath some trees. And in the process of this terrible fishing day, I actually, my stupidity, knocked into the tripod, knocked the tripod over, and boom, lost my camera into the water. Along with it was the videos that I had recorded. So there went one video. The following day, or following days up to that day, I had gone out, recorded another video on my GoPro, went to come home, downloaded it to edit it. I was cycling through it, trying to find catches and stuff I was talking about during the video. Basically trying to pre-edit before I edit, so I know what I can delete, what I can download and edit and that kind of thing. Excuse me. And I actually deleted video that had most of my catches on it. So there goes video number 2. And then ever since then I just have not been able to have the time to either have enough time to go make a good video, or I had the video to make a good video, where they're just slow days of fishing. So in the meantime, I've been out on Lake Conroe with one of the guys that live in the neighborhood here. We went and we trolled for some striper. Caught a couple of decent ones, 3 or 4 pounders. Caught a couple of real small largemouth. I didn't have the camera gear to record there because I was with somebody who outside the family or whatever, who may not appreciate the recording, so I didn't record there. And today I actually went saltwater fishing. I didn't set up my tripod to record. I took my GoPro, so I have my GoPro. The video sound quality, I'm going to get it downloaded and edit it and add this to the beginning. The sound quality of it maybe is not that great. I have an older GoPro, which I love my GoPro, but unfortunately I've looked into getting some microphones or something to it, and it's just not compatible for my GoPro. So at the moment, the sound quality is probably not that great. But before I do that, I'm going to talk to you about some new stuff that I've gotten here. One of the things I've gotten, I told you about the H2O bag, which I still love the bag. It holds all my soft plastics and stuff that I don't normally will go to, but some of the plastic bags have been ripping on me, and I still have a bunch of loose bags of soft plastics where I want to keep them in the original packaging and that kind of thing. So I got me one of these big giant Plano tub boxes here, and you can see it's pretty deep, and I'm already starting to stack all my extra stuff in here for storage and stuff like that. It's just been a hard couple weeks. I lost one of my favorite reels. It messed up on me. The drag was broke on it, so I took it back and returned it. And I'd gotten it on sale, so I didn't have the money to purchase a new one, nor do we carry that reel anymore in my store. So I'm down a reel. I had to put a cheaper reel on a rod to make do, which is fine. I don't mind that. I jacked up a buzz bait. Got it caught on the metal wires I was fishing off the dam, went to cast back and caught in the metal. Yeah, it's just been a mess. So with that being said, I got some line I had to respool. I was out fishing with my dad and went to cast, and right as I went to cast, he had his rod up, caught his rod, and chunked out that line and that one, so I gotta cut all it off and put some new line on it. One of my other rods is about out of line, so I gotta replace the line on it. It's going out. Another line is going out. I need to replace it. So I'm gonna show you what the line I got tonight. along with a couple of the baits here, like my buzz bait. That's the buzz bait I use. I had to replace it. So War Eagle is a 1/4 ounce solid black buzz bait. This is the fluorocarbon I usually use. This is 20 pound. I have 17 pound in one of them. I'll replace it with a 20 pound. I use that rod for a lot of heavier things, chatterbaits, jigs, chatterbaits, football jigs, big worms, and big hard swim baits as well. So that's why I got the 20 pound. I also picked up some 15 pound. That's my typical spinner bait, cranking line, stuff like that. I also got this is spinning jerk bait by H2O Express. It dives 6 to 8 feet. The reason I got this, my dad actually picked up a fish finder for the John boat. We've been patrolling the waters here, going out a little bit in the afternoon, patrolling some of the water, trying to figure out where the bass are staging up during the hot temperatures in the water in this lake. It turns out I was right. They are out deep. They are past the island. The biggest drop-off we've measured so far in this lake has only been about 12 feet. Some areas run about 7, 8, 10 feet, somewhere around in there. And all the bass are in that 7 to 5 foot range. They're not completely on the bottom, they're not completely at the top, they're right there in the middle, and then there's a lot of areas where the water is only 5 to 6 feet and they're only measuring about 2 to 3 feet deep. So I think that a lot of suspension bait, something that I could stop right there in that middle of the water column, might get them to hit. So for the ones that are down at 7, 8 feet of water and they're suspended up 4 or 5 feet, maybe a drop shot, something like that, something that I can get that bait to stop in the middle, I think is where it's going to be successful at. So that's why I got that. I lost one of my favorite football jigs the other day when I was actually in the last video I recorded for y'all, so I had to pick that back up. It's 3/8 ounce football jig, green pumpkin. It's got all kinds of crazy colors in there, green pumpkin, gold. We have come across a pattern on the lake here finally. They really like the gold spinner baits, so that's what we've had most of our luck for. We found some underwater vegetation where they seem to be staging up at again. It's around that 5 to 7 foot range of water. And we're dropping the spinner baits, throwing them out as far as we can, let them sink all the way to the bottom. Once we feel them hit the bottom, it's just a very slow roll and slight twitch of the rod. And that's where they've been nailing them. Making sure we have a trailer on there as well. So for today's video, after this little explanation of why I haven't been posting videos, where's my videos been at, because I was doing good about trying to get at least one up a week or something like that around that time frame. And then it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I got a video up. So that's my explanations for that. But in this video, you're going to see me out on the pier. We went to Galveston today. Spent all day fishing out in saltwater. Again, I love fishing any type of water. I'm obsessed with bass fishing, but I'll fish anything. I love fishing in general. So we went out, was fishing off the pier today. The sound quality, like I said, is probably not going to be that great, but it's going to give you a general idea of what I use for my basic setup. You're going to see me. I have a medium, probably 7 foot, medium heavy spinning rod. I have that set up for my bait fish out there. It's something that you need a little something sturdier for saltwater. I'm throwing a lot heavier weights. We use 3 to 4 ounce pyramid weights on a spot rig, two rig spot rig. Throwing that out there for like my bait fish. Simple, small little, probably 1/0, 2/0 gold hooks and shrimp. And then you're gonna see me with a longer, probably 7, 6, 7, 8 maybe. Maybe I think it might even actually be about 8 foot yellow rod that's set up with a big Daiwa spinning reel. I think that was a Daiwa, Okuma. It might be an Okuma. Anyway, that's set up with 100 pound braid, 80 pound braid, 100 pound braid, something like that, real heavy. I got that set up with a shark rig, throwing it out as far as I can. That gives me my length. So I have one up shallow for bait, up out far for length, and then I also have a Black Beauty pin reel that I set up for like a medium distance. Again, I have a shark rig on that, and that's got a real big heavy braid on it, and I'm throwing that out as well. So I got shallow or short from the pier, as far as distance from the pier, short, medium, long, pretty much. Setting up for large fish, small fish, getting my bait for my big rides, and just pretty much having fun catching fish. Throughout the day, we've caught a bunch of tiny little catfish, those anchorhead cats, hardhead cats, whatever you want to call them. We caught a bunch of those. I caught a ton of little tiny croakers, a couple little whiting about that big, perfect bait size fish. And then in the video, I'll actually show y'all how I hook that up on one of my shark rigs as well. There's different ways to do it. This is one of the ways that I like to do it. And it also shows you general, like, I guess your basics of casting and all that. For those people who maybe do bass fish and want to try saltwater fishing and just haven't had a chance to do it, this will give you basics of how to go out, have fun fishing for a day of saltwater and not get too technical into it. This is basically just going out, sitting on a pier for the day, seeing what you can catch and waiting for the big one to hit. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here and get the edited together. And I hope y'all, like I said, I hope you really enjoy it. It's not often I get to go saltwater fishing. I might go again next week. We might go all-night fishing or overnight fishing, doing some shark fishing. And of course, I'll take at least a GoPro for that. And like I always say at the end of my videos, this case, the beginning of the video, tight lines to you. I'll see you in the future, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. I switched over and started using her old one. And then the other video I had, I was going through trying to edit it and download what was catches and what wasn't, and delete what wasn't. And I had 2 videos that had 2 or 3 catches on it, and I didn't see them, and I actually deleted them. And that was like the whole video. That was the whole point of the video. So I couldn't post anything on that one either.
How many subscribers did you have to do?
I'm down to 24. I started losing subscribers after like the first, because I was posting one a week, and I started losing subscribers after I missed 1 or 2 weeks without posting. That's what it is. If I ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing. It's not like I do it full time. It's a hobby. Don't it make you sick? So don't it make you sick?
Yeah, I don't like when this stuff is going.
Nope. I think whatever you had took off running with you.
It broke my line.
I know. You gonna come get it?
don't know. You got that line was all the way down there. Whatever it was took off, but you got put up against those barnacles on the. Something keeps tapping this thing. I ain't touched it.